11 Labs has just released conversational AI agents with tools, and I put this to the test over the past few days. I created an AI telephone assistant for a friend and local business owner. In this video, I'll reveal everything you need to know to create a high-functioning 11 Labs conversational agent that can handle bookings and customer service query. During this demonstration, I'll reveal features, limitations, and strengths I found building in the 11 Labs platform compared to using Vapi. And so that you'll be lacking absolutely nothing, I'll also provide all the prompts and tool information in a resource in the description. If you're watching this video, then you have likely heard of 11 Labs. It's an AI company specializing in advanced text-to-speech and voice generation technology. It was founded in just 2022, but it's quickly become a leader in the field of AI-powered speech synthesis. It's widely used for content creation, multilingual support, voice cloning and synthesis, and voiceovers. Vapi, on the other hand, is a platform designed for developers to build, test, and deploy voice AI agents. It integrates with tools like OpenAI and 11 Labs. Interestingly, 11 Labs voices are widely used in many of the AI voice agents created with the Vapi platform. So what we're seeing here is 11 Labs taking away the need to go through Vapi or other platforms to create an AI voice agent. You can do it straight through 11 Labs to OpenAI, to tools like Make.com, Airtable, etc. So we're here in the 11 Labs dashboard. It's quite simple, and if you're used to Vapi, relatively similar to that. You can see that you've got this conversational section. We've got agents, where you can create your agents, conversations, where all of the records of each call is available. You got the name of the agent here, the message count, the duration of the call, and then the success failure that is defined up here in that agent. You can define that yourself. Then we've got phone numbers. There's two ways to connect the voice agent to a client. So that's by phone number or by widget, which the widget was actually a really big reason as to why I first thought I'm going to try to build this one out. But I haven't actually used it yet, but I'll show you the widget in a moment. So here's the one that I've created for the business. And before I go through and show you how it's set up, I'm going to demo it. And I'm also just it's already running, but I'm going to run this so we can see it. Okay. So I'll just call it.
Hi, I'm Yosh AI, a virtual AI assistant for Yosh Design and Construct. Dave is away from the phone, so I'm here to book free consultations and answer questions about our services.
Oh, awesome. I'm just wanted to call to see if I could get Dave to build some shelves for me.
Certainly, I'd be happy to help you with that. Pardon me, just a moment while I set the system up to notify Dave of this call. All done. Dave specializes in custom carpentry solutions, including shelving. Can you tell me more about the shelves you have in mind?
Yeah, they're for the office, and I just want 3 of them, like in a wood material, quite minimalistic.
That sounds like a great project. Dave has experience creating stylish, minimalist shelving for office spaces. Would you like to schedule a free consultation with Dave to discuss your shelving project in more detail?
Actually, I think that would be good. Yeah, thank you.
Excellent. I'll be happy to help you schedule that. One moment while I check today's date. Today is Tuesday, December 10th. Dave is available for free consultations on Saturdays and Sundays from 8 a.m. When would suit you best?
Can you find the next available appointment?
Certainly. I'll check the next available appointment for you. Let me look that up. I apologize. It seems there are no available slots this weekend. Let me check the following weekend for you. Great news. I've found some available slots on Sunday, December 22nd. The times are 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m. and 4 p.m. Would any of these times work for you?
I think 4 p.m. would work.
Excellent choice. I can complete the reservation for Sunday, December 22nd at 4 p.m. It requires a name or nickname and an email address. The other 3 questions about your project consultation are optional. If you don't feel comfortable answering, just say pass and I'll move along. Can you please tell me your email address clearly and slowly? I want to make sure I get it right.
Sure. It is Tara at aiwave.com.au.
Thank you. Let me confirm that email address for you. It's tarahighwave.com.au. Is that correct?
It's Tara at, with the at symbol, it's Tara at aiwave.com.au.
No problem at all. Thank you for clarifying. I'll confirm it once more.
Yeah.
tarahighwave.com.au. Is that correct now?
I think you do have it right.
Great. Thank you for confirming. Now, what is your name? You can use a nickname if you prefer.
No, it's Tara.
Thank you, Tara. To make sure we're on the same page with times, I should let you know that I'm using the Brisbane, Australia time zone for the booking. We don't have daylight saving over here. The consultations and quotes are done at the project address to ensure precision. So it would be preferable to get the consult address, or at least a phone number, so Dave can contact you easily. Is this okay with you?
Yeah. The address is 12 Tristan Way, Mooloolaba.
Thank you for providing that, Tara. Is there anything about the project you have in mind that would help Dave understand your vision?
No, just what I said earlier. I think that works well.
Understood, Tara. What budget do you have in mind for the project?
I was thinking between $500 and $700. Yeah, perhaps.
Thank you for that information, Tara. I'll go ahead and book the meeting for you now. Great news, Tara. I've successfully booked your consultation with Dave for Sunday, December 22nd at 4 p.m. Brisbane time. Can I help you with any other inquiries?
No, that's good. Thank you so much. That was really helpful.
You're welcome, Tara. I'm glad I could help. Would you specifically like a call back from Dave?
Yeah, it might be good actually just to have a chat about the space a little bit more. Yeah, I'd like that.
Certainly, Tara. I'll make sure Dave knows to give you a call back. I already have your name, but could you please provide your phone number so Dave can reach you?
Sure. My phone number is 0401 398 276.
Thank you, Tara. I've noted your phone number as 0401 398 276. I'll make sure Dave has this information for the call back. Is
Awesome.
there anything else you need assistance with today?
No, that's all good. Thanks for your help.
You're welcome, Tara. Thank you for choosing Yosh Design and Construct. Dave will be in touch, and we look forward to helping you with your shelving project. Goodbye.
Bye. Okay, so that's it. I think that call went pretty well. As you can see, the 11 Labs voices have difficulty saying the at symbol and dot. I can prompt that a little bit more. I have got it to work. Here's the consultation cal.com meeting scheduled in the calendar. As you can see, it does have the email address correct. It's imported the location and the description is set in cal.com. So that's pretty cool. Now, if we head over to make.com, you can see what I've done. I've triggered this workflow and then I get it to sleep for 10 minutes. And then it's going to come down here. It's going to get the call ID, and from the call ID, it will get the call details. So this is a workaround, just makes it more effective. And then I've got a couple of formatting modules, and then he gets sent an email with the called report. So I'll show you the email when that comes through. It should only be 2 minutes. So let's have a look at the actual tools and the prompts. Also, before we go on, you can see here, if I go into conversations, this has already been processed. And we have an overview. We have the actual audio file there that you can download and extract in make.com if you so desire. This summary is built in. I have not found where you could possibly change the prompt for this. I would change it a little bit because this is what I draw from to get my email. So here we've got the evaluation. We have then also the data collection. So we're limited to 5 data collections that we can obtain and define ourselves. and that will be passed on with the call ID. And we define them up here when we look at the analysis. So as you can see, we've got evaluation and then down here, data collection. So if I click into this, we labeled the type, so it's a string. Callback request is the name of this data, and then I've just got some instructions on how to collect it. Same here, I've got the data collected, and actually I just got the email, so we can go check that in a moment. Here's the data collection for a location, and then we've got the name, just the name of the caller. And as you can see, I've actually explicitly said, because I would like to know if it's not provided, so that something enters each of these data points every time it's run. Now let's jump over to the email. So here's the email report. And as you can see, I've imported the time. Did we request a callback? Yes. It extracted the phone number. Here's the call summary, which is 11 Labs summary of the transcript. We've got the caller, the email, the phone, and the project address. So that's pretty much it. I need to work a little bit more on this time formatting. It's in 11 Labs as that Unix time in seconds, and it's a bit of a pain to get into just a time-friendly format. So now I'm going to go over the 11 Labs pros and cons, what I found helpful, and the things that I would prefer to use Vapi for. So if we go over to pricing to start with, this is currently switched to yearly, so let's just go to the plain monthly pricing tiers. So the cost, obviously, you can get 10 minutes of voice from 11 Labs for free each month. That's not going to do anything for you in production. It won't get you through testing either for a voice agent, I don't believe, or it wouldn't for my build. $5 per month will get you 30,000 credits, so that's 30 minutes. So in testing, a minute, what is it actually? Yeah, 500 credits per minute. But in production, it's 30 minutes for $5 per month, which ends up as 16.6 cents per minute. And then you've got for $22, but they've got a special going here. So you can get 100 minutes for $22 per month, and that equals out to 22 cents per minute. Or on this tier, you've got 500,000 credits, which will give you 500 minutes, which is 19.8 cents per minute, if all my maths are correct. Obviously, that's also gives you access to all of the rest of the dashboard in 11 Labs. So text-to-speech, if you want to create video content, you can also use those credits towards that as well. And in Vapi, if we have a look at how they do their pricing, let's just come over here for a moment, you can see the cost changes depending on how you set up your assistant. Here we've got 11 cents per minute. If you choose different models, for example, for O cluster, it's going to go up somewhat. If you choose a different voice provider, it might go up or down again. But it's generally like the pricing seems to be coming down quite a bit. So it looks like 11 Labs is quite a bit more expensive than Vapi, and also Vapi is pay per use. I mean, obviously here in Vapi, as you can see, there's a lot more variability, a lot more freedom in what you can and can't do. So then in terms of the tools, let's have a look at, I actually built out an entire Vapi system for Yosh AI and then found out about the 11 Labs agent, and I just thought that might be something I want to try out. At the same time, I also got introduced to cal.com. So anyway, so with the tools here in Vapi, you can see you've got a lot more variability again. You would have noticed in 11 Labs when the tool was starting up, it would take sometimes 6 seconds to actually initiate it. And in that 6 seconds, it disrupts the flow of the conversation. And when you're actually speaking with someone or something, that really does alter how you are feeling in the conversation. So that's another upside on Vapi's platform. I found the voice in 11 Labs a lot clearer. So I'm going to go give voices to 11 Labs. Here's the async tool in Vapi, but 11 Labs does not have an async tool. Transcript summary. So in 11 Labs, transcript summary ends up being defined by 11 Labs, and that is not helpful. So in Vapi, you can create as many tools as you want, and if you go back to the assistant section and go to analysis, you'll see you can define the summary, so the transcript summary. You can, like in 11 Labs, define the success evaluation, but there are a few more options here. And with the structured data, you can also have as many as you like. In 11 Labs, you're limited to 5 structured data collections. And you're also limited to 5 tools. As far as I'm aware, it's per agent. And I could quickly check that here now. If I create a new agent, you can actually create 5 tools. So it's 5 tools per agent, which is quite a lot. It worked for me with this agent. But obviously, if you're going to do something more complex, Vapi is, for developers, that's the way to go. And then the whole reason why I was really in awe when I saw the first snippet of 11 Labs voice agents, the widget. That's a big plus on 11 Labs side. I will show this widget to you. So if I head up here, the widget, you select this here. You can see an example here on the side.
Hi, I'm Yosh AI, a virtual AI assistant for Yosh Design and Construct. Would you like to book a free consultation? Or I can answer questions.
Thank you. Okay, so you can just embed this code on your website and have it that real easy, just so much smoother. So I think that is going to be a game changer for sure. I'll have to get one up on my website too. And you have some customizability within this too. So you can make it larger like this or expand it like so. So when you call it, it's larger. You can change the colors, the text, sizes, even this. So you can put your own image in there. That's cool. All right, let's do that. I didn't notice that before. Awesome. That's really cool. Wow. I love this technology. So yeah. And you've also got the option to just share this link as well. So now I'm going to explain exactly how to create an 11 Labs conversational agent that can get the current time, check availability in a calendar, book a meeting, and trigger an immediate email with a call report. So we're here in 11 Labs AI agent dashboard, and you just need to add a agent or create an agent, place a name in there. So let's call this demo video and select blank template and create the agent. Now there's a resource in the description where you can copy and paste absolutely everything that you need from the first message, prompt, all the tools, how to get the secret, etc. So you can fly through this part of the video if you follow the description. Otherwise, just pause the video and copy what I've put in there. Okay, so first message, is that there? And as you can see up here, we've got the agent ID. So agent language, you choose your language, put the name that you want in there. System prompt, again, I'm going to copy and paste that into here, and I'll just go through it briefly. You are a virtual assistant, AI assistant for business names. You're concise and straight to the point, have a deep understanding of administrative tasks, etc., etc. Your goal, and then place your business name in here, and the business name will be the same. Okay, so basically you're to help with customer service duties, and you've been given a knowledge base. In this case, we haven't, so I'm going to take that out, but I think it's a good idea to put a knowledge base in there. If you need the assistant to know more than what's already in the prompt, I highly recommend using the knowledge base because this prompt is quite long. So you've been given access to a knowledge base, help assist with your task about Yosh carpentry services, and you've been given 4 tools as described below. Use the tools to help you achieve this goal effectively and efficiently. Use the knowledge base when you determine that you may need to find more information about our services to serve the caller. Discuss the option of a callback from staff when appropriate. A callback simply entails asking for the caller's name and phone number, no tools or appointments involved in a callback. Service information, so we'll put that name in there, and you complete your own details in there and take particular note on the consult times. If a user expresses a desire to book a consult, then you must use the Get Current Time tool. Inform that free consultations are available on whatever date suits you. Ask when would suit for a consultation. Wait for a response. Use the Get Available Slots tool to check specific times available. If no dates provided, start by checking tomorrow and continue until an open slot is found. Present the time slots. Repeat until the caller agrees to an available time slot. And never apologize. So to actually book a meeting, inform the caller that you can organize a reservation now. And then I've got an example of how I'd like the agent to actually express it. Then I've got another instruction and an example. And I emphasize that it should wait for the response before proceeding. And I'll let you read this in your own time. It goes through how to collect the data that we need to pass to the calendar booking system. There's some special prompting here for how to get and confirm email addresses and time zone as well. It's just something that I put in my prompt because it relates to this situation. You may not need this. Ask for the caller's name, any extra information about the project. Use the booking, and then there's the instruction to actually use the book meeting tool, and then some instructions if it fails. We go on about how to end the call, so in a polite way, but that doesn't extend the conversation too much, and how to say goodbye. A difference between Vapi and 11 Labs is that I did not see an end call tool. Whereas Vapi, you can initiate the end call tool, and that's really helpful. But this is, I guess, the best way I could manage the end of the call in 11 Labs. So tools. So here's where I go through the tools. So you use the tools outlined below to relay and receive information from sources outside of this system. There is one tool that you must initiate at the beginning of every call. That's the email call report tool. Before you initiate it, you must reply dynamically to the user. And so I just go through how to initiate the email call report and examples. I then explain the get current time tool with some examples. And then with the get available slots tool and the book meeting tool, I just explain what these tools are. And then there's some rules and limitations that I have built out throughout this project that I've been working on. So LLM, I actually wrote this prompt for Claude 3.5 Sonnet, and temperature as low as possible because we need dates and to book meetings. So higher temperature means more variability and creativity in their response. So lower temperature means more strict adherence to the prompt. We want limit token usage to be -1, so it has to be not greater than 0, so a safe bet's -1. Otherwise, if you put a number in here like 1000 and the response of token usage is greater than that, then your answer is going to get cut short. Here's where you add the knowledge base, and it's pretty cool. You've got access to a URL file, or even just you can type some text in there. If you wanted to put some extra text in about the schedule or a particular offer, I think that's pretty cool. You can do that on the fly. So tools. We're going to add 4 tools now. So this first tool is called email call report. It is a post request. And in here, you're going to place your make.com webhook. So we'll create that later. I'm just putting this in here for now. So after you have created that part, we're going to go to the body parameters and enable these parameters. Get the data about the call and pass the information to make.com. It's a post request. So then we add properties, and the first property is a string, and it is called agent name. It's required, and it's simply the description is the name of the agent. So you're going to place your agent name in there. The next property is going to be agent ID, the agent ID, and then paste your numbers in here. And then the third property that I did have, and I don't think it's actually necessary, but it was somewhat helpful when I was testing the tool, is conversation identifier, I've just called it. And that's a string containing a short phrase that uniquely identifies this conversation. Now, I'm going to explain more about why I've done this. After I've created all the tools in this agent, we'll create the make scenario and I'll explain what's happening there. Okay, so we can add this tool. We'll go up and actually get the ID and put it where it needs to go. Okay, cancel that. And then we're going to save this. Then we're going to save this agent. And I just realized this is called AI demo video, so I have to place that into the tool. You can see it takes quite a long time to actually save, and it's important that you stay on this page while it's saving, because I did actually lose information after I completed a large amount of the prompt, and I went to do something else and came back and it was gone. There's a hot tip. So we've got email call report. Come back down here. We want to actually put the agent name in there and save. Okay, so next we are going to add the get current time tool, and for that we are going to call an API called World Time API. It's a GET request and it's free. And here is the endpoint. You'll need to add your own time zone in here. So this doesn't need to be there. What if I delete this? Yeah. Okay, cool. We'll just add that tool for now and show you the website. So here's the World Time API, and it's simply just this URL here that you place into the tool. But if you are not from Australia, Brisbane, you can actually see here the examples of how to call the API. You just request the current time for a time zone with area, location, region. For example, America, Argentina, Salta. So I'll put this in a link below. If you want to use this API, then yeah, you'll be able to. So for our next tools, we're going to need a cal.com account. I only just started using cal.com as an API. This is the first build and I'm so impressed with it. I'm very excited to use it more. So if you're doing booking systems, I highly recommend it. So in terms of pricing, it's free forever. One user, unlimited calendars, unlimited event types. Workflows integrate with your favorite apps, accept payments via Stripe, and you've got that API integration. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So you want to sign up with cal.com, and once you have done that, we'll go over to the documentation and see what we need to create our two tools. So that's going to be get available slots and create an event. So once you've signed up for cal.com, you'll find this dashboard. And you're going to need to create an event type. Remember, we've got unlimited of these. We'll name it something. So I'll call this YouTube demo, and this can be blank. You choose the duration. So for argument's sake, I'll say 60 minutes. Continue. Done. Easy. So now we've got a title for this event. We've got a description. There's a URL. It's a 60-minute duration, but you can allow the booker to select how long it will be. We'll leave that off. And location. So in the example that I have already shown and the example that I'm going to do, we're doing an in-person attendee address. But you may prefer to just send a Google Meet or a Zoom link, and then your build would be slightly different because when you're collecting the location, it's going to be different. So I put custom attendee location here, and that's it. We can save that. If we come down here, you can you can set up the working hours or availability. So I believe I had in this case, that's my default. So we'll change this to edit. So here, come down here to edit availability. We'll switch the weekends off in this case and turn each of these on. I will turn this to 2 p.m. We'll go copy and apply that to all of the weekdays. Brilliant. Don't forget that because that's important, and save. I'm not going to set that to default though. Doesn't matter. Save. I wonder if that changed my other event. It did. So be careful of that. Okay. So I think that's something that you got to be aware of. You can't have different times for different events if you're using the free tier in cal.com, or that's what it appears like to me. So I'm actually going to change that, and I'll change the prompt that I have. So that's saved. We'll go back to here, Teams. That's irrelevant for us here. Apps. So this is where you will install your app. So you'll connect cal.com to Google Calendar if you want Google Meet, Zoom, all of these different apps. You can connect it to them, and it is very simple. So that's pretty cool. And then you can see here the installed apps, routing forms. In this case, I didn't use any routing forms. Okay, so we want to get our secret or our API. So if we come down to API key, just add a key. I'd say never expire, name the key, save it, and copy that secret. Then select save, copy this key. I'll delete this very soon. Done. And then jump back over to 11 Labs. Okay, so we'll go down to secrets, add secret. We're going to name this bearer, and then paste your API key in there and add the secret. I'm actually going to take this out and just continue to use the one that I already have. Okay, awesome. So now we've got our API access to cal.com. We can go ahead and create the next tools. So that's going to be get available slots. So if you've got the resources from the description, just copy paste. Otherwise you can pause the video here and copy this, or you can experiment yourself with it. So for this tool, we're going to put in 3 headers and 4 query parameters. So the first header will be value. And we're going to enter this string here and the value, which will be our secret. And that's authorization with a Z, not an S. And down here, I don't have any secrets saved. What I did. That's interesting. I'll have to get back to that. Oh, okay. I get it. So you do need to actually create a secret per agent. Makes sense. Okay, cool. Let's just delete this for now and I'll create my secret and then come back. I've got a good feeling about this. Authorization. Okay, great. Next, we will add another header. So this will be value, content type, application /JSON. And then we're going to come down to the query parameters. And there are two things that we need to get from cal.com. So we'll get them at the same time. The first one will be our event type slug, and then next one will be our event type ID. So on your dashboard, if you go to your event types, and you'll see you've got a URL for your consultation event. If you come down to the URL here, the slug is this part here. So copy that and paste it somewhere, just in a notes section. And then the next thing you'll want to copy is the event type ID. You'll find your event type ID up here. So in the same page, go to the URL in the browser. There's a number. Copy this. And again, we're going to paste that somewhere like in a notes section or a Word doc. There we go. Now let's go back to 11 Labs and we can finish the query parameters. So the first one is going to be string. It's going to be called start time. It will be a required field, and this description, just paste that in there, copy it word for word. This parameter will be different for every conversation. So here you can see we've got extract time from natural language and convert to UTC. That's the instruction that we are giving the LLM to place into this parameter. The next parameter is a little bit different. It is the event type slug, and it is a required field. The description will go something like this. The event type slug is, and just place it in there. So there's no mistaking what it is. It is what it is every single time. It doesn't have anything to do with the transcript or conversation. It's fully defined here in this description. Next is the end time for the range that we're looking up, because remember, we're looking to get available slots, and that's within a certain time range. So we're defining that time. All of these ones are required fields. We'll just paste this. It's obviously very similar to this last description, but we'll put the end time here. And our final query parameter is going to be the event type ID. It's required. And just like the slug, it is also fully defined within this description, and it is the number that we've just collected. So there we go. That's tool number 3 completely done. Let's save changes, and I'm going to save that again because I've been caught out too many times here. All right. Next up, our final tool is going to be book meeting. So all these tools are webhooks. It will be a post request, and here's the URL. We've got 3 headers again. They're actually the exact same as the last ones for our get available slots. So the first one is value, Cal API version. We're going to add our secret, authorization, bearer, and then we're going to do this old chestnut, the value, content type, and application /JSON. So we're going to enable body parameters. So there's quite a lot here. When you're going through these, make sure that you name them exactly or identify them as exactly as what I've put in here with the caps lock. Any small mistake or difference will cause it to not work. So in the description, I'm going to put meeting booking details. We'll add a property. The first one is a string. It's called start, all lowercase, and just copy and paste this in here. We're going to add the next one, and it's going to be an object type. The data type is object, which means that we're going to have like sub properties or sub strings in here. So we're going to call this attendee and then paste that in there. We will add a property to this object. It's going to be called time zone. And take note, we've got time all lowercase, then the Z is uppercase, then O-N-E lowercase. It's required. And now in here, you're going to replace your time zone. The next string is going to be email or lowercase letters, and paste that in here. So we've just described what we want, what this parameter is. It is an email of the person booking the meeting, and then here are the different formats that are acceptable. Our final sub property is going to be name, and you'll note here in the description that we've instructed the LLM to place not provided in there if the person chooses not to provide it. So that's done. We don't need to add any more properties inside of this object. We want to add another property, and that will be another object, and we'll call this one metadata. And this is just further data that you would like to collect. This is optional. I don't think you need to do this. This is just something that I've done. I wanted this data to be collected while the booking is being made, but there are other ways to collect this data and use it in the call report and have it be functional. But I'm just doing this for, I guess, I push the boundaries in cal.com. So we've got metadata. I've got further details about the booking. We can add a property here. And the first one is string. It's going to be budget. It's required. And again, I've got a detailed description on how to ascertain what that value is. Next up, we've got a substring of project description. Okay. And then property 4. So that's the metadata object complete. So we're going to add location. And again, you may not need to place this in your build because, or even if you do, it would be like if you've got a URL for a Zoom meet or something like that, you may not need a location. This is something that I have entered into this because it's preferable to obtain it if there's on-site variable locations for the consultations. So again, we've just got the description of what that parameter is, and then we've got some examples. And now our last property is a number, and it's our event type ID. And it is not going to be a string, it will be a number. So you're going to want to put your number in there. And once you've completed all of that, so you've got the event type ID as a number, you have location as a string, you have project description and budget as strings inside metadata as an object, you've got name as a string, email as a string, time zone as a string, and attendee as an object. So time zone, email, and name are all properties under that object. And I have placed all of them as required. However, metadata, budget, project description, location, and event type ID. That event type ID is required, but metadata is not. Okay, let's add the tool and save the changes. So we've just finished all of the tools. Awesome. We can actually test it now. We also have to get the analysis of data collection, and that's where make.com comes into play, because we're going to get this data, as much of it as possible, and draw it outside of 11 Labs. And from there, we can actually do whatever we want with it. So I've done something relatively simple, so I'll show you how to do that. So back in our 11 Labs agent, we have completely finished with this agent section, agent tab. We can choose the voice. So I've actually just changed this to Tara. That's my voice. I've recorded that in the 11 Labs platform, which if you're using these conversational agents, that's another advantage. You can actually use your own voice very easily and simply for the agents. Everything else here in voice, you can leave the same. In analysis, we're going to add a criteria. That will be evaluation criteria. Just paste the prompt that's provided into the prompt section, add the criteria. Now we're going to add some data. So basically what happens here is that inside of 11 Labs, you have 5 sets of data that you can ask 11 Labs to extract from the transcript internally. So I'll show you the ones that I used in my agent. And obviously you've got your own creative license to do what best suits your situation. So the first one I did was was there a callback requested? If yes, then just say yes, and the phone number. If no, just say no. Add that one. The next one is email. So for this one, I've just asked it if there is an email address mentioned, then please put it into this string in proper email format. If there's not one there, then say not provided. Our next one was project address. And again, if your meeting isn't at an address, you're not going to need this because it's going to be the same every time. Just paste that in there. And I've done a similar concept where I've just asked if there's an address, then use it, then place it in there. And if not, then say not provided. Sorry, I cut off. Pardon me. I need to go back and provide the entire prompts for that, or description. So I've given it examples for each one. So that's important. Obviously, I thought there was something missing. That just gives it examples of the types of output that we're expecting or that we need. So add that. The next prompt, there are a few examples provided. So I need to fix that up. And for project address, I've also included examples. I find providing examples makes a world of a difference in the end result of the agent. And then the last one is just name. And the reason we're doing this is so that we can extract this data and provide it in situ, basically, to the business owner. There we go. Add items. So now we've got all of our data extraction points set up. So now we will set up the system to get the conversation details and place them into a bespoke email. This involves setting up a webhook and placing it into our tool, getting our 11 Labs API key, and I'll show you a great hack for testing in make.com using a platform called Postman. And of course, we will do a test call. This is make.com. If you haven't heard of it, it is an awesome platform that allows you to share information from different applications. So for example, Google Documents to email or OpenAI to Instagram, which is pretty cool. They've got a lot of templates on their webpage as well. So if you're doing any AI automations, I highly recommend make.com. So here's the template. Start with the template. So you can see you got Facebook, emails, you can connect Airtable, ClickUp, Slack, Google Sheets. I use it every day. All right. So, and in terms of pricing, it's free to start with. You can do this build with on the free tier. However, you'd have to change it up a little bit. I'm using some of the make modules. There are ways around it if you didn't want to commit to a core plan. So I'll put the link for this in the description. So log in, sign up, and once you've done that, you'll find yourself in a dashboard similar to this. You're just going to create a new scenario. And as you can see here, this is the scenario that I have used. And you do need to, when you're actually testing a call, place the sleep modules in there. But if you wanted to use the free plan, you're just going to unlink this, place that there, and you don't need the sleep modules. You can't run it immediately, but you can run it at intervals that you prefer. I just find that using a webhook makes it more dynamic, and there are a few other things you'll need to tweak if you do it this way. Remember, I have this one already set up here. You can actually download this make scenario through all of the other resources that I've been talking to you about. I'll show you exactly how to do that. So once you enter into your make account, just go up to create a scenario, select these 3 dots down here and import blueprint. Choose a file, and you're going to choose the JSON file that is available. Select that, and you're going to end up with this. Now you're going to create your own webhook. So just select add and copy this webhook, head back over to your 11 Labs agent and go down to the end call report. And you're going to paste that webhook in here. Then select save. We are also going to jump back here and we will name this something relevant. So this one is going to be called 11 Labs YouTube demo. So just unlink this and then save it. Very important. I've been caught out so many times by not saving a scenario, and it's very disappointing when you get to the end and it didn't save. We're going to jump back over to our dashboard and we're going to add in the analysis phone number. And I've already done it. So type in phone number, the professed phone number of the caller, or not provided if no phone number can be found, and then place some example outputs for your area. Apply the changes. And so now we're also at the end of the call, along with these other 4 variables, we're also going to collect the phone number. All right. And now let's test our new conversational agent. Okay. So next we're going to run this once. We're going to jump over to our 11 Labs voice agent and we're going to test our agent.
Hi, I'm a virtual AI assistant for AI Wave. Would you like to book a free consultation, or I can answer questions about our services?
Could I please book a consultation?
Certainly. I'd be happy to help you book a free consultation. Pardon me, just a moment while I set the system up to notify our team of this call. All done. Now, let's proceed with booking your consultation. First, I need to check the current time to provide you with accurate availability information. Thank you for your patience. Our free consultations are available on weekends from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. The current date and time in Australia, Brisbane, is December 13th, 2024 at 11:42 a.m. When would suit you for a consultation?
I think just your next available appointment.
Certainly. I'll check our next available appointment for you. Let me look that up for you right away. Great news. I found several available slots for tomorrow, Saturday, December 15th. The earliest available time is at 10 a.m. Australia, Brisbane time. Would that work for you?
Yeah, that's perfect. Thanks.
Excellent. I'm glad that time works for you. I can complete the reservation now. It requires a name or nickname and an email address. The other 3 questions about your project consultation are optional. If you don't feel comfortable answering, just say pass and I'll move along. Can you please tell me your email address clearly and slowly? I want to make sure I get it right.
Sure. It is tara@aiwave.com.au.
Thank you. Let me confirm that email address for you. It's tara@aiwave.com.au. Is that correct?
Yeah, perfect.
Great. Thank you for confirming. To make sure we are on the same page with times, I should let you know that I'm using the Australia-Brisbane time zone for the booking. Now, what is your name? You can use a nickname if you prefer.
It's Tara.
Thank you, Tara. The consultations and quotes are done at the project address to ensure precision. So it would be preferable to get the consult address or at least a phone number so we can contact you easily. Is this okay with you?
Yeah, that's fine. It is 12 Happy Lane, Serenity Bay.
Thank you for providing that, Tara. Is there anything about the project you have in mind that would help us understand your vision?
I'm just looking to get a bookcase built in my office and some floating shelves.
That sounds like a great project, Tara. What budget do you have in mind for the bookcase and floating shelves?
I was thinking about $2,500 to $3,000.
Thank you for that information, Tara. I'll now book the meeting with the details you've provided. Great news, Tara. Your consultation has been successfully booked for Saturday, December 15th at 10 a.m. Australia, Brisbane time. Can I help you with any other inquiries?
No, actually, that was really good. Thanks. Yeah.
You're welcome, Tara. I'm glad I could help you book the consultation. Would you specifically like a call back from our team before your appointment?
No, but I'll pass my phone number on to you so that you can, in case there's any difficulties getting the address or something like that, just so he's got my number.
Certainly, Tara. That's a good idea. Could you please provide your phone number so I can add it to your booking information?
Sure, it's 0403 111 324.
Thank you for providing that, Tara. I've noted your phone number as 0403 11324. Is that correct?
No, sorry. My phone number is 0402 123 456.
I apologise for the confusion, Tara. I understand that your phone number is 0402 123 456. Thank you for your patience in confirming this. Is there anything else you'd like to add or ask before we end this call?
No, that's great. Thank you.
You're welcome, Tara. Thank you for choosing Yosh Carpentry Services. We look forward to your consultation on Saturday, December 15th at 10 a.m. Have a great day. Goodbye.
Bye. Okay, first of all, we'll jump over to Conversations here. This is still processing, and we'll show you Postman. So the website for Postman is in the description. All you need to do is go over to New Request. This is free. I don't pay for this service. What we want to do is get our webhook, copy the address, place it into here, and then paste this. I'll have this in the resources that I provide. Just paste that in here. And so what you want to do is put your agent name there, the agent ID, and that's it. So then select send and select run once. We can use existing data. And now you can see we've got the output here. I'll show you this. So URL is this here. It's a GET request. Type xi-api-key. And then we're going to get our 11 Labs API key. So jump back over to 11 Labs and we can select this left-hand panel and go over to API keys and simply create an API key. So this one's going to be called YouTube demo and we'll delete that. Select a create, copy to clipboard, jump back to make and paste that in there. The next thing we're going to need is the agent ID. So agent ID, and we can get that value from here or we can just hard code it in there. So for the moment, we can just hard code that in here by getting our agent ID, which is up here. So copy this and paste that here. One last thing we want is page size. This refers to how many conversations you collect, starting from the most recent one. So we only want the last one, so that value will be 1. Select OK and make sure you've got past response on run. This one more time. This has gone through. So then we're going to jump over to the next one. You are likely not going to have this here. So right click in the URL tabs, make sure you've got the / at the end of conversations, / data conversations, and then it's conversation ID. There's your agent ID. We can get that from here again and leave the rest as it is. Past response, yes, and there we go. In this formatting, so what this does is it changes the data that we get from the second module. Actually, we get it here in the first module. So it changes the time we get from Unix time in seconds, which doesn't help anybody really, to a friendly format that humans can understand. Oh, actually, this one is going to be call duration in seconds. And I don't actually use this in my call report, but it is a helpful statistic to get, is how long the call went for. And then we have got this section here. So it's an OpenAI module. If you haven't connected Make.com with OpenAI yet, there are many tutorials on that. I do have one in my last tutorial in a video that I'll link here. So you can connect that quite easily, get an OpenAI API key. What you're going to do is go to create a chat completion, select the O1 mini system, role is user, and here is your prompt. You are being used in a make scenario. I am going to map a time formatted variable. It is in AEST friendly format, so you can obviously put it into your own time zone. I need you to convert it to text. No other output before or after. Here is the variable. It's going to be a text format, and leave everything else as is. Select OK. So this next module is another way that we can extract structured data. So we can use OpenAI. Since we're limited to only 5 data points in 11 labs, you can use, for example, the transcript summary, or another way to manipulate the data to then extract certain variables. So I've got here just some examples, even though we've already got these variables. So I'm going to delete this module, but it's just another example of how you can get more data or different data from the information we get from 11 labs. Now select OK there, and I'm going to delete that for this particular purpose, and delete that. And now we've got an email module. So you can use the Gmail module if that works better for you, if you've got Gmail set up. I've set up another type of email account, so I'm using this one. Again, I've got another video showing exactly how to set up Gmail email accounts, so check that out if you need any help connecting Make to an email account. After you've configured who you want to send it to, what you want the subject's name to be, you can just put simple text if you want, but I wanted the email call report to look nice. And so this is what I've gone for. I actually used a prompt and Chat GPT. You can use Claude Sonnet 3.5. And I've got the prompt in the resources as well. So you can actually alter it and make sure that your HTML comes out how you want it to. But basically, all you need to do is copy the prompt, open up Chat GPT. You can use the 4.0 model if you like. New chat, paste the prompt in here and enter. And you're going to get some HTML that suits you. So it says, I am going to be getting the following details through make.com, call details, and then it just goes through the variables that we're extracting. And then I've got a little paragraph here that says, my plan is to create a really beautiful HTML page presentation of a report containing the information from the variables I received. It's for a business called Yosh Design and Constructs. Their theme colors are black and white, minimalistic yet very stylish. Can you help me to create the perfect HTML template that I can then use to convert into a PDF? Oh, you don't actually need that part anyway. Please consider everything you know about this mission to create the best HTML for this use case. And then we can copy this, open our email up. We can select or paste your bespoke email in HTML format in here and go down, and there should be placeholders in here. Okay, so we've got first placeholder is here, and that's the call time. So that will be this result here, the phone number. And before we go into that, we'll just select OK for now. We're going to unlink this. We're going to run this once, jump back to Postman and select send, jump back. Then we've got the phone number. We will map that from the analysis, conversation, initial client data, metadata. Yeah, so it's in analysis, data collection, results, phone number. And there you go. So you're going to select value. Then we go down to the next one, call summary. And also remember to delete this part here. Okay, cool. So we want to delete this first and then add the call summary, which is going to be the transcript summary here. We're going to go down to caller. So that will be the name will go in there, value. And don't forget to delete this placeholder. We want to place the email in there. So delete this and select the phone number again. So go down and place your project address in there. So that is in analysis, data collection, results, and project. Make sure you select the value for each of these inputs. If you select something else, it's not going to work. And then simply select OK. And now we can run this once. Go back over to Postman, select send, jump back over, and you can see it's running. We've collected the time-friendly format and an email's been sent. I just got it and here it is. Design and construct. The phone number didn't import up here, so I'll have to just import this. So I've got a few things to fix up in this module here. Let's do that now. So first, let's delete this placeholder thing there. And I accidentally put the JSON schema instead of the value for phone number. So I can take my own advice there. Analysis, data collection, results, phone number, and value. Everything else should be fine. I'm going to run once, go to Postman, send that, head back over. And that's pretty much it. If I jump back over to my emails, here's the new email. We've got, what's happening here? One more thing. Got to fix up this time. Okay, call time, results. I've got 2 results here. It doesn't make sense. I only need 1. And the result for the call time, yep, awesome. Okay, let's just check this result. What is the same? So 13th of December, 11:42. And here we've got 13th of December, 11:42. Awesome. One more time, just for good measure. Make sure that I only get the best perfect result at the end, and that will run. Have a new email, and here it is. So Yosh Design and Construct, December 13, the call summary. That's pretty much it. So let's do one final demo. So we can place this in here, unlink this. So this is going to make sure that we don't try to collect the data and do any analysis on the data before the call has ended, and we're banking on the call going for less than 10 minutes. So let's run this once, jump over to our 11 Labs. Okay, and the other thing I wanted to fix up here is the times in the prompt, because in cal.com, the times are scheduled definitely from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. But I think that saying weekends between 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., it's somewhat ambiguous because it could be from 8 a.m. Saturday to 5 p.m. on Sunday, and that wouldn't make sense. So I might say between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. and Sunday between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Great. Okay, let us save that. Head back up here. Call the agent.
Hi, I'm a virtual AI assistant for AI Wave. Would you like to book a free consultation, or I can answer questions about our services?
Yeah, I'd love a consultation, please.
Certainly. I'd be happy to help you book a free consultation. Pardon me, just a moment while I set the system up to notify our team of this call. All done. Now, let me check our current time and availability for you. Great, I have the current time. Our free consultations are available on Saturday and Sunday between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. When would suit you for a consultation?
Do you have anything on Sunday morning?
Certainly. I'd be happy to check Sunday morning for you. Let me look at the available slots. I apologize. It seems there are no available slots this Sunday morning. Would you like me to check for other times on Sunday or perhaps next Saturday?
Do you have, what's your next appointment?
Certainly. I'll check for the next available appointment. Let me look at a broader range of times for you. The next available appointment is on Saturday, December 21st at 9 a.m. Australia Brisbane time. Would that work for you?
Yeah, that works for me.
Excellent. I can complete the reservation now. It requires a name or nickname and an email address. The other 3 questions about your project consultation are optional. If you don't feel comfortable answering, just say pass and I'll move along. Can you please tell me your email address clearly and slowly?
Sure.
I want to make sure I get it right.
Yeah, it's tara@aiwave.com.au.
Thank you. Let me confirm that email address for you. It's tara@aiwave.com.au. Is that correct?
Yeah. You got it. You got it right.
Great. Thank you for confirming. To make sure we're on the same page with times, I should let you know that I'm using the Australia Brisbane time zone for the booking. Now, what is your name? You can use a nickname if you prefer.
My name is Tara.
Thank you, Tara. The consultations and quotes are done at the project address to ensure precision, so it would be preferable to get the consult address or at least a phone number so we can contact you easily. Is this okay with you?
Yeah, that's fine. So my address is 12 Happy Lane, Serenity Bay.
Thank you, Tara. Is there anything about the project you have in mind that would help us understand your vision?
Oh yeah, I'm looking to get a bookcase built for my office and some floating shelves installed into the wall. Did you get that?
Yes, I got that. Thank you for sharing those details about your project. What budget do you have in mind for the project?
I have a budget of about $2,500–3,000.
Thank you for providing that information. I'll now book the meeting with the details you've given me. One moment, please. Great news, Tara. Your consultation has been successfully booked for Saturday, December 21st at 9 a.m. Australia, Brisbane time. Can I help you with any other inquiries?
No, that's great. I actually just got the email now too.
That's excellent, Tara. I'm glad you received the confirmation email. Would you specifically like a call back from our team before your consultation?
No, but I'll pass on my number just in case you need it for the appointment. So it's 0403 123 456.
Thank you for providing your phone number, Tara. I've made a note of it, 0403 123 456. This will be helpful if our team needs to contact you regarding the appointment. Is there anything else you'd like to know before we end this call?
No, that's it. Thanks heaps.
You're welcome, Tara. Thank you for choosing Yosh Carpentry Services. We look forward to meeting you on Saturday, December 21st at 9 a.m. for your consultation. Have a great day. Goodbye.
Okay, bye. Cool. There you go. And we'll jump over here. This is going to take another 2 minutes or so, 2.5 minutes to finish. And then we'll get the email. So I think that call went pretty smoothly. So let me just jump back over to agents and we can check that we have done everything here. There's some other tabs here. Advanced is something that you can use. And I think this one here, if I turn that to 4, it's going to mean that there's going to be shorter gaps between when I speak and the AI speaks. You might have noticed that sometimes there was like long delays. So making that shorter will fix that up. And then, yeah, you can make the call duration as long as you like. Keywords, etc., client events. I never changed anything here. Privacy settings, store call audio is a good idea. And then your widgets. You can take this widget and place it very easily on your website, which I should do very soon. Then you can also send a link to whomever you need to send it to test this AI agent. So that's pretty cool. Our scenario just finished running. So I've got the final email here, call details. We've got the time, the number, the summary, all of the details that we need. So yeah, that's it. Follow for more tips and tricks and I'll see you in the next video.